Welcome back to America Votes 2012 here on CUTV and WCUC. Everybody, I'm Matt Knaler.
I'm Mike Friend.
Mike Friend as well. And we're going to take a look at some of the numbers coming up here. Maybe we'll take it. Go ahead.
Well, right now we have some later states coming up here. As you can see, Matt, we have Georgia here.
We'll take a step back and let you guys look.
Taking a look here. Mitt Romney winning 66% of the state here. President Obama garnering 33% of the state. Really 99% of the vote there. The other 1%, Matt, obviously those who voted for candidates like Gary Johnson, Ron Paul, so on and so forth. So really not nothing a lot that you want to expect here. Indiana, as you can see coming on screen now, folks, Barack Obama winning 41% of that. Projected winner right now with 57% of the vote. As, Dr. Sweet mentioned, Indiana going red right now. So really nothing we didn't expect here so far. Taking a look now, we're going to take a look at Kentucky. President Obama, 38% of the vote. Projected winner at 60% of the vote. State last voted Republican in the last election here, folks. So not a lot you wouldn't expect here from these southern states. Going out to the Midwest, a lot of farming and agricultural-based communities out there. President Obama has really tried to cater to these economics, but really they still feel more, they feel more strongly about the Republican candidates. Taking a look at Maine. Maine, one of the special states here, they divide their electoral votes here. Projected winner, Mitt Romney, with 59% of the vote. They voted Democrat in the last election, so this may be a slight steal for Governor Romney as he tries to take those 5 votes. Obviously, if President Obama garners enough of a vote, 3 go to the popular vote winner. The other 2 are up to be decided depending on districts here. So really, it's anybody's game in Maine right now. Still, Mitt Romney still projected to be the winner, and Matt has some more late updates for us here.
Again, we got some new numbers coming in here tonight. President Obama just took Wisconsin. That's a huge victory for him, of course. Mitt Romney's running mate, Paul Ryan, congressman from Wisconsin. So President Obama getting Wisconsin here tonight. Some numbers here from Clarion County. Kelly just getting back to us from downtown. Mitt Romney taking Clarion County, 5,852 votes. President Obama with 2,759 votes. We take a look at the U.S. Senate race here from the results from Clarion County in Pennsylvania's U.S. Senate race. Tom Smith easily winning at Clarion County, 5,077 votes compared to Bob Casey's 2,773 votes. And in the congressional race here, we're getting some numbers on Pennsylvania's 5th Congressional District. Glenn Thompson, 4,762 votes, and Charles Duma with 1,716 votes. Again, those are numbers here from Clarion County, so not much different, or not much out of the ordinary in this one. Again, Mitt Romney, Tom Smith, and Glenn Thompson winning here in Clarion County. We take a look at some of the other numbers and take a look at Rhode Island. President Obama, again, a New England state, not much different in that one. We expected President Obama to win 54-43 over Governor Romney there. Mike, joining me here for the last part of this block. Give us your thoughts here, Mike, on the Wisconsin victory.
Really,
President Obama.
It's not surprising. Wisconsin really in the last few elections have elected the Democratic candidate. As we take a look at South Carolina right now, projected winner President Obama at 52%, Mitt Romney at 47%, folks, and you can see that there as I step off screen. But really, Matt, these numbers coming in right now, nothing really surprising. Again, other than Paul Ryan, very few Republican congressmen from the state of Wisconsin, so that's really not a surprise here as we take a look, folks, at the state of Tennessee. President Obama losing that state, 40% of the vote there, and Mitt Romney wins with 59%. Again,
not a huge surprise there. Another state in the southeast going to Mitt Romney. So this is what's keeping the race tight tonight, folks. We're looking at the southeast, at least so far, waiting for some of the other states to come in. But so far, we're looking at President Obama taking a lot of the states in the northeast. The only real surprise, I would say, is Wisconsin. It's one of the battleground states. And, of course, President Obama taking Pennsylvania tonight as well. And we take a look at Vermont here. once again, another New England state, not a huge surprise. President Obama taking 66% of the vote compared to Mitt Romney's 32% of the vote. And we take a look at the Electoral College. I'll step off the screen. Here's what we're looking at so far tonight. A couple states filled in. This is mostly a projection at this point. A couple of states we can fill in right now. Pennsylvania, gone blue. That's for President Obama. The blue, of course, for President Obama. The red for Governor Romney. We take a look at Wisconsin. There are 10 electoral votes, again, going to the president as well. Still waiting on the actual words in North Carolina, Virginia, and Florida. Mike.
And Matt, if you're taking a look at the map here, we're still looking at a lot of battleground states still up for play. Florida, 29 electoral votes, really next to California and Texas, some of them really one of the biggest prizes in this election. Really, it's going to play a factor here. They have Senator Marco Rubio, really a very strong conservative, so they're going to vote, try to trust with Governor Romney's. Really, he's got Rubio's endorsement, so will they go that way or will they vote for the president? And really, you know, that's still one of the battleground states up here as we see, you know, Iowa still in play, Nevada, Colorado, really traditionally blue states, folks, but now they're battleground states, so we have a lot more coming up here.
It is going to be interesting to see exactly how things pan out. And speaking of the battleground states, we're going to go to our next break. And speaking of the battleground states, we're going to have CUTV's Dylan Hyman here. He's going to give us a little more information on some of the key battleground states, a look at 2008, and how exactly things are shaping up this year. Stay tuned. This is America Votes 2012 on CUTV and WCUC. Welcome back to America Votes 2012. Everybody here on CUTV and WCUC 91.7 FM. I'm Matt Knaler. Joining Mike Friend. Joining us now, we have CUTV News' Dylan Hyman. He's here to talk about battleground states tonight, and we're seeing a lot of action here in Florida. We actually just have some new numbers in Florida, actually. Mitt Romney leads the president by 1%, so we'll get you. And again, we're waiting on the Panhandle to report. Of course, they're in the Central Time Zone, so a lot of their numbers still just coming in. But Dylan, we're seeing a lot of the battleground states tonight with, again, going President Obama's way. We've seen Wisconsin go that way so far. New Hampshire, a battleground state as well. We just got some numbers on that one, and President Obama took the Granite State. New Hampshire going, again, to the president, which is kind of interesting if you look at exactly, you know, Mitt Romney, sort of the I guess, one of the favorite sons. He has a home in New Hampshire, that sort of thing, but another New England state. So, Dylan, give us your thoughts here on some of the battleground states tonight.
Well, I am actually very surprised, like you said, about New Hampshire. It is the fact, though, that Mitt Romney does have a home there. He was the governor of neighboring Massachusetts. However, it is in that New England area, so it's all very Democratic up there. He took it by about 11 percentage points, 55% for the president and 44% for Governor Romney. As for other battleground states such as Wisconsin, that was also a surprise to me. I felt that Romney would pull that one as well, and now we'll just have to see how Florida does.
And Dylan, you really, you know, being from that area, you know, really, President Obama he's been campaigning up there, don't get me wrong, but have you seen a lot more of the president, or campaign ads from the president than you do from someone like Mitt Romney or even, you know, other third-party super PACs?
Well, you know, you honestly, in New England, it's very easy to see like a Democratic candidate commercials, but you really, honestly, you don't see a whole lot because Connecticut itself, where I'm from, it's very Democratic, so there's not a very large chance that any Republican is going to win. And also some breaking news there is that Chris Murphy, the Democratic Senate candidate, took the race from the Republican Linda McMahon, so that's another, unfortunately, her second run at the Senate.
And she has spent so much money on both of her races in 2010 and in 2012, so that's proof that money can't always buy a race for you. But again, Dylan, we talked about battleground states. You did a report for us on that.
Yes, I did. And Matt, it should really come as no surprise that Texas is traditionally a Republican voting state and that California will most likely go Democratic, but there are some states that will vote that are very unpredictable across the nation. These battleground states could very well decide whether President Obama or Mitt Romney will be in the White House come January 2013.
Florida, Ohio, and Virginia. These are just some of the states that President Obama won in 2008. He took the Sunshine State by more than 3 points 4 years ago, and now Governor Romney is leading the president in some cases by as much as 5 points. The Buckeye State, which has correctly voted for each president since 1964, gave Obama a 5-point win in the last election, and although he still has the edge in Ohio, it has dwindled to just a 2-point margin. The president took Virginia by 6 points 4 years ago and is now trailing by 2. These once blue states are now toss-ups for either candidate. But now looking at 2012, these 3 states are now heavily undecided, and the number of electoral votes are playing a major factor into how President Obama and Governor Romney are campaigning. Florida, which owns 29 electoral votes, has seen its fair share of advertising. According to a National Public Radio article from October 25th, one Florida TV station aired 4 presidential ads in just 1 hour. Ohio has also seen a barrage of advertisements. Since the general election campaign started in April, voters in Ohio have seen nearly 200,000 television ads. Both campaigns have spent more than $114 million in the process. Smaller swing states may not carry as many electoral votes, but could still play an important role in the election. In 2008, President Obama won North Carolina by a little more than 14,000 votes and picked up the state's 15 electoral votes, and by little more than 28,000 votes in Indiana to pick up their 11 electoral votes. Much of the same can be said in 2012 for states such as Wisconsin and Colorado, which owns 10 and 9 electoral votes respectively. Clarion University political science professor Kevin Yenneral explains the significance of winning some of the smaller swing states.
No. If Republicans lose Florida, they can't win the election. Democrats can lose Florida. President Obama can lose Florida and still win the election, provided he wins Ohio, Wisconsin, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, in either Iowa or Colorado. But the Republicans can't lose Florida. Democrats can, and it makes it harder. No question, it makes it harder for the Democrats. They have less margin of error. But if the Republicans lose Florida, you can throw a margin of error out. It means that they're going to lose.
Because the candidates cannot be in all the swing states at once, they have enlisted a series of surrogates to speak on their behalf. The Democrats have used former President Bill Clinton, as well as many celebrities including actress Eva Longoria, R&B singer Beyonce, and rocker Bruce Springsteen, who held an event in Pittsburgh on October 27th. Mitt Romney has had his fair share of supporters, including rising Republican stars such as New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and Senator Marco Rubio of Florida. Yenneral explains the importance of surrogates in states with such tight races.
Well, you want to choose a surrogate that is going to generate positive media coverage. You want to pick a surrogate that can appeal to core constituencies that you need to win the election.
And Ohio even has a pair of battleground counties, Hamilton and Cuyahoga counties, which house Cincinnati and Cleveland, the Buckeye State's 2 largest cities. Cincinnati is expected to vote predominantly Republican, while Cleveland, Matt, is expected to take the president and other Democrats in the area.
We'll take a look at those counties coming up later on in the night when we get more results from Ohio. But real quick, guys, before we go to break, we talk about some of the surrogates on the campaign trail, Dylan. You know, President Clinton has been one of the biggest supporters on the trail and the biggest assets for the Democrats and President Obama.
He really is. He is one of those Democrats who is still very popular as he's out of office. He's extremely well known. He's able also to speak to the people, I think, better than the president at some points. He was very popular during his presidency, and I do recall back in 2000 that he was quoted as saying, "If I could run again, I would, and I would win." And I don't doubt that for a second.
All right, well, Dylan, thank you so much. And Dylan has been getting us a lot of the facts on the night here, one of the many fact checkers we have. And I'm very thankful we have everybody next door here getting us everything that we have for tonight. So we're going to go to break here on CUTV and WCUC. On the other side, we're going to have Jillian Hartman back with our updated social media report. We're also going to go downtown live once again to Kelly Przelik for some more numbers regarding the local races here in Clarion County. Stay tuned. This is America Votes 2012 on CUTV and WCUC. All right, welcome back to CUTV and WCUC, everybody. Jillian Hartman joins us again here. Before we get back to the social media report, we have some new numbers in. The Electoral College tied at the moment, 153. So that earlier report about 154, 153.
Magic number is 269 for the real tie. Let's go.
Actual data on that one at this point. But again, tied 153 in the presidential race between President Obama and Governor Romney. Just 700,000
we wouldn't know
votes
for a while.
separates the popular vote between Mitt Romney, who is leading that tally, and President Obama. Guys, some amazing numbers. 38 million votes cast so far tonight. Guys, this is incredible numbers we have here.
And really, it's 153, 153, and I mean, as much as I don't want it to be reality, we're creeping ever closer to a 269 time, Matt. And Jillian, are you seeing anything on?
What does social media have to say about this? We are getting some incredible numbers.
Earlier about Ohio and Florida being battleground states.
Definitely.
And obviously, Dylan Hyman was here as a fact tracker, but I'm here as more of an opinion based. And on Twitter, people have been tweeting, this is the only time of the year people realize Ohio is a state. People also mentioned, Daniel Tosh, the comedian, said, good luck today, Florida. Try not to pull another Florida. But on WPXI today, they mentioned that a PA voting machine switched a voter's ballot to Obama to Romney.
Okay, so some
actually, Pennsylvania is pulling Florida today.
And you know, I was hoping the Keystone State wouldn't do that. But Jill, we take a look at Twitter. Always, you know, Twitter is a very good indicator, really, of exactly how people are feeling. We could go through the trends. What exactly are the trends looking like here tonight? Are they still staying with a lot of the political themes?
Election 2012, exactly. Vote Obama, vote Romney. I voted for the first time in my life. But there's a lot of controversy between a lot of people on Facebook and Twitter. Obviously, there's a lot of young adults on Twitter and Facebook, and they're kind of going back at each other. I know a lot of Obama supporters are saying, I know what it's like to lose a home. I can never remember where my fourth one is, obviously relating it to Romney. And other Facebook users are also saying, I didn't vote for revenge, I voted for love of country, which is referring to a presidential ad that Romney has put together. So.
All right, so Jillian, is obviously social media very, very active here. And folks,
on a less serious note, obviously.
Yeah, less serious note.
Sometimes you have to take a break, but
I know you're holding in your laughter.
But
it's all right.
But folks, taking a look right now, we're going to send it back down to downtown Clarion. To Memorial Park. Kelly Projelic's there. She got a latest update here for how the votes are turning out in Clarion County. Kelly?
All right, thanks, guys. You may have already heard the big news that Barack Obama has been declared the winner of Pennsylvania here. He'll take home 20 electoral votes with him tonight. I want to break that down a little bit further for you. I want to talk about some of the races that were in Clarion County tonight. I just got back from the administrative building, and I have the numbers for you as of 9:30. Now, Mitt Romney was the winner in Clarion County tonight. He had 7,523 votes compared to Barack Obama's 3,604. The one thing I do want to reiterate to you about this race with President Obama and Mitt Romney, Barack Obama actually took home most of the votes in the 3 Clarion boroughs that students were eligible to vote in today. His numbers were outstanding in those 3 boroughs. Also a big race here tonight in Pennsylvania. You already heard that Senator Bob Casey will win re-election in the U.S. Senate race. He defeated Tom Smith this evening. Accordingly, though, Tom Smith did win Clarion County. He took home 7,159 votes compared to Bob Casey's 3,655. Again, these are all as of 9:30 this evening from the Clarion County Administrative Building. Another big race we were discussing was the congressional race between Mike Kelly and his incumbent, Missa Eaton. Now, Mike Kelly dominated this race as well. He took home 2,247 of the votes compared to Missa Eaton's 971. Another big race we were talking about is the 5th Congressional District race between Glenn G.T. Thompson and Charles Dumas. Thomas has beaten Charles Dumas in this county 5,484 votes to Dumas's 2,792. And of course, as we mentioned, the 63rd Congressional District race will go to Donna Oberlander. She is the only nominee for this race. She took home 10,000 votes this evening. Now, one thing we were following was the Crist and Roth's race. We've been hearing conflicting reports. I've been checking my Twitter over the past few minutes. So far, what I have seen for the Mark Crist has the lead so far with 50,410 votes taken to Roth's 47,359. Now, we are hearing reports that in certain areas here that Roth's may have taken the lead. Again, we'll keep you posted on that one. We're live from the Clarion County Courthouse. Kelly Projelic, CUTV News. Back to the news desk.
All right, thank you, Kelly. And again, just to repeat some of the numbers, a lot of information there from Kelly. Bob Casey winning re-election here in Pennsylvania. Really, I would say is no surprise, guys. Tom Smith, you know, the Republican National Senatorial Committee throwing a lot of money into this race late last week, $500,000. Just wasn't enough. looks like Bob Casey will continue to be a senator here from Pennsylvania. He wins re-election. Just some quick other numbers. Clarion County in the Mike Kelly Missa Eaton race, 2,241 votes for Mike Kelly defeating Missa Eaton here in Clarion County. And we take a look again. Pennsylvania, in the 12th Congressional District, Mark Kritz, Keith Rothfuss, a very, very contested district. That moving, and that district, of course, being redistricted over the last year. Kind of going from Johnstown now all the way over towards the Pittsburgh area, giving Rothfuss and Republicans a little bit more of an edge. But Kritz right now still winning, 50,410 votes compared to Keith Rothfuss's 47,359. So we'll keep you tallied on that coming up throughout the rest of the night. But we have some more news coming up, some news on the Florida Senate race. We'll have that coming up, and potential voter fraud in Nebraska. We'll have that coming up. On the other side, Clarion University political science professor Dr. Barry Sweet will join us in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. You're watching and listening to America Votes on CUTV and WCUC.
A voter went into the polling booth and was given a pre-marked ballot for Mitt Romney and for Lee Terry. We've had a report of another one. We've had reports of other issues. We just want to urge all of the voters, be careful, be vigilant, get out there. There's probably going to be long lines.
Dr. Sweet, we're hearing about potential voter fraud in Nebraska. Does that perhaps give validity to Pennsylvania's voter ID law down the road? I mean, it wasn't instituted in this year's election. Could that perhaps, require or give some, I guess, ammunition to those in Pennsylvania who want a voter ID law in this state?
Well, I think these reports of voter fraud in Nebraska are just too recent to really see how legitimate they are. But certainly anytime you have any sort of evidence or allegations of voter fraud, that's certainly going to be ammunition for those who argue for voter ID. But I think we don't want to jump to conclusions. We probably want to see what's going on in Nebraska first.
Still too early to tell, you think?
I
mean, there are allegations at this point, but you never know.
Yeah.
And Dr. Sweet, looking at that, really a lot of the outcry about the Pennsylvania law was it was unconstitutional either under Pennsylvania Constitution or the United States Constitution. In your opinion, really, from what you know of it, is it unconstitutional to require someone to show some form of government photo ID when they come back to come to vote?
Well, I think actually what the Pennsylvania courts said was that it wasn't unconstitutional. What the problem, though, is it was rolled out too fast. This law was just passed, last spring, and have it implemented for this election was just too fast. It did not give adequate time for people to get their photo IDs. And so I think my take on what the court had to say, the Commonwealth Court, was that the law wasn't necessarily unconstitutional. It's just that it could not be implemented in a way that would be fair at this time.
We take a look also at the Florida Senate race has been one of the key Senate races here tonight. We got word that Bill Nelson, the Democrat, has defeated Connie Mack, the fourth. He's the Republican challenger or the Republican in this race. Give us your thoughts here on some of these other Senate races tonight, Dr. Sweet. Of course, the race in Florida and perhaps the race in Missouri. Give us your thoughts on that Todd Aiken, Claire McCaskill race.
Well, I'm not surprised Nelson got reelected. Again, he's a popular senator down there, and pushing an incumbent out is always difficult. The Missouri case, I think that certainly Aiken would have had a very good chance to take that seat. But, of course, we know he had that big gaffe. And so I think that's going to cause him a lot of trouble there in Missouri. So that should have been a seat that the Republicans picked up. They may not get it because of that gaffe.
And Dr. Sweet, on that, Claire McCaskill obviously have some people really, is claiming she's alienated her her delegates and her constituents. What really can be the repercussions for, and this is not congressmen and women and senators in races, but what can be the repercussions for the other senator from Missouri if these accusations of alienation come in again if Claire McCaskill is reelected?
Well, I think she had some popularity problems. I don't know about the idea of alienation. I think certainly she was not popular, and so that's why I think the Republicans were looking for that to be an easy pickup. But again, when Aiken sort of made that gaffe, I think that sort of changed the dynamics of that race. And so I think that's what's going to, if Aiken does not win, I think it's all going to go back to that gaffe.
We talked about a little bit earlier with Jill, and we talked about some of the results we're getting in tonight, Dr. Sweet, of course. 153 split at one point here in the Electoral College. Could we? I mean, I don't want to keep bringing it up. I told John Owens not to. It's been his little topic of choice here throughout the last week. But it is a dead heat right now. We're looking at a tie in the Electoral College, only 700,000 votes separating President Obama and Governor Romney in the popular vote at last check. Give us your thoughts on the rest of the night.
Well, I think everyone predicted it was going to be a close election. There's a model that I like that a political scientist at Emory University does. Abramowitz is his name, and he predicted some time ago that President Obama would win re-election with 50.5% of the vote. And so we're looking at a very, very close election. As an academic, I'm intrigued by the 269. I think it'd be a great civics lesson. It might be the end of the electoral. Well, I had predicted that if we ever had a situation where the winner of the popular vote would lose the Electoral College, we might eventually change. But that happened in 2000, and we didn't get a change. So maybe even a 269 would not be the end of the Electoral College. But,
it's tough to tell, and a lot of people, are upset with the Electoral College in one way or another. This could be the end of the line, perhaps. You never know. But we're at the top of the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to head to our next break. A lot of states already wrapped up, but a few more closing, including a battleground state in Nevada and another one in Iowa. Of course, we'll take a look at some of those early exit polls and some of the actual results still coming in from those early states tonight. Stay tuned. You're listening and watching to America Votes 2012 on CUTV and WCUC.